he knocked that one right down the middle. And that extra point leaves us deadlocked here in the second. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. Looking for room. It's blue. And it's loose. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
Man, and it was just the impact of the hit that dislodged the football from the ball carrier. There was a heat-seeking missile coming in there, and he knocked that thing loose.
Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor. How do you get it back? How do you make a big play? Do you be more aggressive here to try to get the football back to your offense?
They get him down after he makes the catch. Notre Dame right back to the line. Leaves it with the running back. Really nice run there. Good, solid pickup, and they'll move the sticks with a first down.
And they just kind of sneaked that one in there as a defensive guy, 3rd and 5+. I'm thinking pass. They were thinking pass, Palmer, and they slipped the run in.
And it's so nice then to have this guy at running back too, right? Because you could throw it to him on 3rd down or hand it off. And he's got the vision and the athleticism to go pick up that first, keep the drive going. Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of the spot.
He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. Looking to throw on 3rd and goal. And he sprints to the end zone.
How to get in there, knows how to make things happen.
Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. The kickoff team out there and ready to go. Coming out with it, it's Golden. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. That last fumble proved to be costly as they cashed it in for a touchdown.
Yeah, and so this defense now is juiced. They're excited and ready to go. So this offense, David, they've got to get something going.
Yeah, those turnovers can be contagious, man. They get you excited, and then when your offense takes it down the field and does something with it, this offense better be ready to play against a motivated defense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The offense lining up for a first down play. Movement here from the tight end. Back to pass, it's Ewers. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete. After the misconnection, it's 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Fires to the big fella. Now they've got a little room to work work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down. And the Longhorns will hustle to the line. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Snaps it in the shotgun. Fires it down the seam. And he intercepts it. Taking it the other way. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can build on this lead before the break. He's out of bounds, showing off the hands on the pick, and then the nifty moves on a terrific return. Going up top on first down. Gets it out fast. And he gets it down to the 4-yard line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch. A first down run on the doorstep. He steps and powers and works his way, and they finally get him down at the 2. We'll see if the offense can punch it in on 2nd and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Notre Dame! Well, somebody's been doing their box jumps.
You ain't lying. Getting up in the air. Hey, listen, I'm taking a picture of that, saving it. That might be my screensaver on my phone. That vertical way up in the air.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Here comes the Texas offense. Not a lot of time left here in the half. Let's see if they can cut into this lead.
And this drive isn't a must score, but, man, you look at the scoreboard. You're down 2 scores. Jesse, you got a good opportunity. Create some momentum. Cut it to a 1-score game. This is an important possession.
Yeah, it's important.
And the quarterback is snowed under. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. 2nd down, clock's running. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Looking to throw, it's Ewers. Throws to the wideout. It's caught.
There's got to be a sense of urgency for this offense right now. They're trailing. They're going to be kicking off to open the second half. So they need points. They need to go tempo. Maybe that last first down gets them a little bit of confidence.
And he doesn't find much running room. A short gain on the play.
And these defensive tackles just eat people. They swallow human beings when you get near them. They're so big, so strong. Those guys, those running backs coming.
And here's the 3rd interception of the night. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
QBs have to understand, when I'm throwing against zones, I got to manipulate guys with my eyes. I might have to look one direction to create an opening to throw that ball or zip that ball in. I got to use touch. It's really hard when all eyes are on me, and you can tell the quarterback was not ready and did not make a good throw.
Notre Dame lines up quickly. Right back up top on 2nd and 10. Trying to make magic on the scramble. They finally make the stop, and he shows why he is dangerous on the run, too, and he's got a first down. He wants to throw. They're trying to get to him. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
You want to change some of this bad luck you've had so far around? Get after the quarterback and get his butt on the ground. Nice job by the defense. This game ain't over. It's still the first half. This is a good start.
How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion? If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Got it in the middle, it's Evans. Despite failing earlier on 4th down, they will try again here. Unleashes to the end zone. And that pass picked off. And they make the play to stop the scoring opportunity just before the end of the half.
Coming into this game, this offense knew that points were going to be at a premium. If you can't score touchdowns down here in the red zone, you at least got to come away with field goals, but you can't do that if you're throwing interceptions. That's just poor execution by the offense.
The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
That's an example of the offensive coordinator trying to be aggressive and trying to take a shot. Now, the offense isn't able to click on that play, but moving ahead in the second half, it's important they continue to dial up these big plays. You want to stay aggressive, and you want to keep testing the center.
Back to throw, it's Ewers. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
I know it was incomplete, but I'm okay with it. If I'm the offensive coordinator, I'm going to keep taking shots down the field. I'm going to make him honor that deep ball. I'll hit some of those before the game's over.
On third down, he drops to throw. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. And that'll do it. Here in the second quarter, halftime has arrived, and we head to the studio. I guess they're trying to send a message to start this second half, lined up for an onside kick. And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it.
Well, they're trying to pounce on their opponent with the lead in the second half, trying to steal a possession, but give the return team credit. They may not have been set up perfectly for that onside kick, but they're Johnny on the spot, and now their offense is licking their chops, hoping to go down and score.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Notre Dame right back to the line. Off the play fake. Got it on the outside, it's Love. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming.
And that's a play on third down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. Give them a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it there.
Trying to beat the D deep. And it's swatted away. It's a turnover on downs.
I love when defenses are smart enough to swat the ball down. Don't go for the pick, especially on fourth down. They knock it down. You get the ball anyways. Nice job by the defender.
Showing off the arms.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physical. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. Facing this double-digit deficit here in the second half, almost a no-brainer to go for it on fourth down. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. Going over the top. And it's his fourth interception of the night. He'll try to take it back. He's inside the 40. He steps out of bounds, but not only does he get the ball back, what a return to set up his offense. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on fourth down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
Quarterback floating away from pressure. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
I'm impressed with this defense, man, because that QB is lightning fast. You see how fast that defender was able to get to him and force the incompletion? Wow.
He'll take a shot. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down. Notre Dame lines up quickly. On fourth down, they're taking to the air.
was tough, but as a quarterback, you got to know on fourth down, you cannot take a sack. Any way, shape, or form, you've got to be able to get rid of that football and give it an opportunity. That time, I know it wasn't blocked perfect, but the quarterback's got to have more sense of urgency.
So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that. Hit the afterburners, kid. Pass to 10. And the defense couldn't corral him, and he took it all the way. Touchdown, Texas!
And to have a rushing touchdown of that type of yardage, you've got to be able to make something miss. It's one thing to get into the second level, but can you make that last defender miss? And you saw it on that play. Once he was in the clear, his speed, he was gone.
This is really aggressive here. Still just a one-possession game in the third quarter, and they're going for the onside kick. Ball goes out of bounds. The onside kick is unsuccessful, and they'll take over after the penalty. Now they'll try to cash in this drive. 1st and 10 from the 50. They'll put the tight end in motion. Quick strike complete.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Kept it on the ground on 1st down, now back to the line. The give. They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. They move the tight end all over. The RPO, fire complete to the left. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's 1st down. They go to the ground. Defense holds their ground. Pickup of a yard. It's at the 26. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. He'll do it himself. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. Coming to the line of scrimmage at the 30. It would be a long field goal, but they'd love to pick up a few here on 3rd and long. Got a wide open receiver. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. Made the snag and strolled his way into the end zone.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback and wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And the extra point is good for a 28-14 lead. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Looking downfield, it's Ewers trying to get to him. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. running back has it. Running with power. And he was able to work his way for just a few, and that will do it for the third quarter. Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. The completion well past the sticks. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get out of bounds. You know right now, saving the clock. That is at a premium for this offense.
Looking to go up top on first down. Fires toward the end zone. Almost intercepted. They took a shot on first down and just about turned the thing over.
The offense has got to find something here in the fourth quarter. You can tell, pressing a little bit. They need that big play. They want that big play to try to make this game a better ball game. Took the shot. Unsuccessful, but I wouldn't be surprised if they take some more of those.
And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
I understand the quarterback wants to get this dominant wide receiver the ball as often as possible, but I wouldn't try to get it to him in double coverage. I think you have to let the defense's coverage dictate who gets the ball. There was somebody else open on that play.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. No hesitation at all. The offense stays on the field. They'll go for it. On fourth down, they'll pass for it. They got him. It's a sack, and what a stop for this defense to turn it over on down. Line gets set, first down. They want that clock to run. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And I think if you're the head coach, defensively now, obviously, you've got 3 timeouts in your back pocket. You're trailing at this point, and the offense is going to be running the football, trying to bleed the clock. They're going to take as much time off the game clock as they can before snapping it. You've got to start thinking about using some of those timeouts.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Now facing a 3rd and long. Back to pass, it's Leonard. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up.
And that is a frustrating possession for this offense. You wanted to run the football, maybe take some time. You did the opposite. Got in a bad situation, threw the football, stopped the clock. Not how you manage a game late in the fourth quarter.
On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Unloads to the wideout. Makes the grab well past the sticks.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there. A similar situation with a lead like this. They'd definitely be running the ball at this point. They'd probably take their starting quarterback out of the game potentially, but not this unit. They are still staying aggressive. They're still taking shots. They're just trying to light up the scoreboard.